Hey there, welcome back. Joel Hipschman from Lutron. Today we're going to be talking about how to replace the electronic drive unit, or EDU, in your battery-powered triathlon or Serena roller shade. Let's start by unpacking your replacement components and verify you have the following parts: an electronic drive unit, a spare shade bracket, a mandrel clip and retaining screw, and a replacement EDU label. Before proceeding with the replacement, make sure you have all the following tools: a 1/4 inch or 6mm wrench, a ratchet is recommended for ease of use, a slot drive screwdriver, a number 2 Phillips screwdriver, a number 1 Phillips screwdriver, and white tape. To start your EDU replacement, first remove the battery roller shade from the mounting rail. Refer to the link below for detailed instructions on how to remove your shade from the window. With your shade removed from the window, and if necessary, the fascia removed from the shade, find the EDU label located in the battery tray and verify that the line number and B2B values match that of the values on the replacement EDU label. If they are not the same, do not proceed with the replacement and contact Lutron. Start by opening the battery tray and locate the red and black harness connecting the battery tray to the EDU. Then disconnect it from the EDU. If the EDU wire harness is anchored by a zip tie, carefully snip this with a pair of wire cutters or scissors. Next, remove the retaining screw in the bracket post located here with a 1/4 inch or 6mm wrench, nut driver, or ratchet as shown. Now position the battery tray so that it is half open with the bracket post centered in its slot. With the bracket post centered, insert the tip of your slot drive screwdriver between the bracket and the battery tray. Twist and pry to separate the bracket from the battery tray as shown. With the bracket off, pull the EDU out of the shade tube. A pliers can be used if you're experiencing difficulty pulling the drive from the tube by hand. Now pull the end of the white antenna wire up and out of its channel until it's removed from the clip. With the antenna wire removed from the clip, use a slot drive screwdriver to pry the antenna clip and pull it out of the bracket. Set this aside to reuse when reassembling later. And also, set aside the original EDU to be either returned or discarded as you were instructed by your Lutron representative. Now, let's install the replacement shade drive. You'll start this process by attaching the drive end shade bracket to the new EDU. Position the new EDU so the shade button is pointing downward. Now take your mandrel retention clip and insert it into the top of the EDU mandrel as shown. Next, position the new shade bracket by tilting it slightly so the EDU mandrel engages with the hooks on the new end bracket. Then secure the bracket to the drive with the retaining screw. Once attached, route the EDU wire harness through the hinge post and secure it to the bracket with a small piece of tape. Then insert the antenna clip into the bracket and push the bracket in until you hear it click into place. Then route the antenna wire up through the anchor hole and press it into the channel along the length of that clip. Once everything is assembled, you'll install the new EDU. Start by aligning the grooves on the EDU drive puck with the splines inside the shade tube and insert the EDU 3/4 of the way into the tube. Then insert the EDU power harness through the hole. Now, align the round hole in the pivot block with the hinge post while inserting the bracket post through the curved slot in the pivot block until it clicks into place. Next, align the grooves in the EDU bearing sleeve with the splines on the inside of the shade tube and push the drive into the tube until it is fully seated. Now, connect the EDU power harness to the battery tray power harness. Next, reinstall the bracket post screw and apply the new EDU label. Apply it in an empty space next to the battery tray, leaving the original EDU label in its current location. Finally, reattach the fascia to the shade if it had one originally and remount it back into the window. You have now successfully completed the replacement of the electronic drive unit in your battery roller shade. Refer to the link below for more information on setting shade limits, programming, and integration with your controls or system. And as always, if you have any questions, you can reach out to Lutron for further assistance. Thank you for being a loyal Lutron customer, and we look forward to hearing any feedback you may have on the EDU replacement process. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.